Hello guys, and welcome to another FIFA video. EA have released some insane upgrade packs which is going to help you with the grind, and they've also released Rude Hullet, so that's someone that I'm actually working towards. And at the same time as doing all these upgrades and things like that, I'm also working towards some of the minor leagues because they give you some good packs, and I'll explain my sort of process with that shortly. So the things that obviously are released at the moment are the 75x5, which is kind of the end goal that you're doing these upgrades for. You then get obviously 5 rare players, which is eventually going to build up your gold rares again, because obviously everyone's kind of in the mud at the moment. They've been using a lot of rare golds in this player pick. And then anything that you're going to get dupe along the way, you can kind of decide whether to put back into another 75 plus, or you do into the player pick. I quite like just doing the odd player pick because that way it gets you kind of mix up the grind, and eventually the more and more of these you do, the more and more gold rares you get, which means obviously you can get the 6 that you need in this one a lot easier. So the method here that you kind of use is obviously typically bronze packs. I would recommend putting all of these upgrades into your favourites. Just saves you time in terms of going through all these different sections of the SBC section to get stuff done. So in terms of how you grind this, there's essentially the 71 to 74 upgrade, which is 3 rares and 4 commons, I believe. So this is only 20 chemistry, so when you're doing this, you kind of want to go across to here. You kind of want to go across to different leagues and do it league by league. That will kind of enable you. What I found is actually, if you're worried that you don't have certain rares in certain leagues, put in the 2 rares straight away. So normally they go into the CDM spots, and then you then can go across to the first league. So for example, in here you would go across to League 1, for example, and then just send in your bronze commons from there, put it in, and then you might be able to do it in here. Now, I think these are really, really good to do on the web app. It'll probably save you so much more time doing this on here if you just spam a load of bronze packs on the web app, which is where you want to initially start. So in terms of what you do in the bronze packs, you go across to obviously the premium bronze, you open it up, you see what you get. Now, these bronze rares, I think if you get 2 in the pack, what could be a good thing to do is sell one of them to break even. So, well, basically break even. So, for example, if we were to send this guy into here, we know we can get at least 400 coins for him. We sell him for 400. We'll send this guy to the club. And then in terms of the commons, if it's a League SBC card like this guy is from Leon, I would then go in and check his price. If he's going for like a decent amount, then it might be worth selling. But because of the League League SBC isn't out at the moment, I think it might be a good thing to actually potentially keep, because it's likely that these cards will go up. So you might have an initial dip in coins in terms of buying these bronze packs. But the good thing here is that you obviously get a discard cost of normally around 100 coins. So actually these packs are probably worth more at the 650 mark. So if you're selling at least one player for 400, you've then got the option to sell the League SBC card. Now, maybe if you're lowering coins, you might want to break even on the pack. But if you don't, if you've got a lot of coins like me, up at 2 million with only 8 weeks left of the game, you're kind of all right sending stuff to your club, knowing when that league comes out, you'll just have a load of League Earn cards that you can start using in that. So this one here is actually is quite a low in terms of bronze and how much they cost. So I actually will just send that to the club, and I will check some of these common prices as well. So Brazilian does go for quite a bit here. He is from the Mexican League. He is 700 coins. So knowing with this card here, we've guaranteed us profit once we've discarded a lot of the content in this pack. We can then have a look at these other ones here as well. This guy is obviously from the Super League. I don't ever do the Super League. I'll send it to the club and I'll just use him in one of the packs that we build. And I think that's important as well. Don't be scared to put in some of the League SBC cards from the leagues that you just don't do. I think that if there's a value on the players, it may be worth just seeing if you can get a sale on them. But if there's not a value on them, then actually you might as well just send them into these packs for the upgrades. So again, we've got another one here. This guy's actually quite an expensive rare, so I would actually try and list him. I think a lot of the English ones are a lot more valuable. And obviously we then get some commons here which we can use in. Now, you probably see a common theme here is we are getting a lot more commons than we are sort of rare golds. And the rare golds are quite important because obviously we need at least 3 of them. So you are going to have to do a lot of bronze packs. So what I will probably do before I do my next sort of set of grind is probably try and do a good sort of 100k into this. Now, the majority of that I'm going to make back, but also it's going to put a lot of League SBC cards into my club for the top leagues that maybe aren't here at the moment. So in terms of the leagues that you probably want to keep, if you grind League SBCs at the moment, then you probably want to keep stuff from, for example, La Liga there. I think the Bundesliga was out, but it's just gone. So they're really low in price. But Serie A there isn't many Serie A bronzes that you get. So I think they tend to have a bit of a higher value. But the great thing about League SBCs at the moment, which I will just touch on, is that because there isn't loads, but loads of people are spamming bronze packs, ones like the Pro League, for example, the Championship, Superliga and CSL, they are really, really cheap. And then obviously the big leagues, there's only 2 of them left in terms of La Liga and in terms of Serie A. So I guess what you could do if you really wanted to is just sell on these leagues here, in La Liga and in Serie A, because that's where the value is going to be in terms of the players. And then if you are planning to do the other League SBCs, you can keep that content and work towards it that way, and kind of use them cards that you pick up through bronze pack method, etc. Filling out some squads will get you more silvers. It also get you some value in terms of tradable players back, which then you can obviously sell on. Hopefully get a special card in that, and then you can obviously relist that up to get some coins back from the overall bronze pack kind of grind. And that's a really good way of doing it and kind of maximizing in terms of value and getting, coins back. But in terms of the actual grind, so we've done your bronze packs. What I would say as well is when you're going to open these 75 times 5, it's like you're going to get fodder. So if you do have a player that you want to work towards, maybe an icon, maybe something in the footy section, Rafinha or an 86 plus or the 85 times 10, whatever you're working towards, put it as a favourite, and that's what you're putting all your content into. So for me, Rude Hullet is the next player that I want to work towards. So that is going to be a massive grind, and I'm going to try and smash that out as much as I can this week, building a load of packs and getting as much as I can done with this. This is probably going to be something that it will take a little while to get through, because there is some sort of big rated squads towards the end here, the 90 rated, etc. So that's what I've had there. So like I said, add a minor league that you can continue working towards in between, put in some silvers that you're going to be getting in that as well, which is really going to help. And then you get some rare electrums and things like that, which is going to give you obviously 6 silvers as well and 6 golds. So doing a League SPC alongside this, I think, is really good. So once you've done your bronze packs, you can then go into here and you can start putting in obviously your cards. Now essentially you need to build 3 of these to be able to do a 75 times 10. So essentially that is going to be maybe 15 to 20 bronze packs to get a 75 times 10 upgrade completed, which I don't think is too bad. If you're spending bronze packs, I would say kind of spend a good hour on them, just flying through them, adding most of the stuff to your club. To do it quicker, you could essentially just open it, send everything to club, and then sort it later on. It's up to you how you want to do it, but I kind of like selling stuff on, so then my coins kind of, sticks to similar same, or maybe only down 10, 15k by doing so. So you get your 3 times 71 rated pack here. You then put all the rares into the 75 plus. That's going to build that thing there. Obviously, you need 2 gold rares, but I feel like if you don't have 2 gold rares at the moment, just go out and buy them. I feel like you'll at least have them. And remember, Libertadores cards also count in this thing here. So if you do have Lib cards that are golds, put them in there, and that could be your starting point. Once you've got your 2 golds here, that's all you're going to need for the whole time, because you're almost guaranteed for when you open this pack to get at least 2 or 3 gold rares that you can put back into this, as well as hopefully a special card or something that's fodder that you can put into an icon or a special kind of FUTTIES SPC or something like that. And then you basically, that's the grind. You kind of go into that. And then, like I said, if you do open that up, you can kind of pick up a lot more gold rares. Essentially, if you're doing it a lot slower, you're also doing this with objectives. You can start to build up the gold rares and gold commons again, which is going to be really helpful, because then you can actually stop maybe doing a couple of player picks here and there, as in when you get duplicates. I feel like the 82 plus is good for when you have duplicates, as it's a nice little break from building the packs up. You can actually just do a cheeky little player pick there. There is other ways you can do this sort of stuff. Like you can just do a lot of bidding on like bronze rares, for example. If you're feeling like you're maybe a little bit low. I think most people are probably on this already though, so it's probably a little bit harder to try and pick them up. I think probably the lowest price you'll be able to pick up for is about 350. So you could just buy the rares out like that, but I feel like in terms of saving coins, it's probably not the best method. And I think the best way to make your coins back is by bronze packing, because you're going to get other content in that which will sell. So let's discard content, and yeah, so just being clever when you open them packs to kind of put stuff in. Now, there is something that I would also want to touch on before we finish, is that when you're opening the bronze packs, you are going to get a lot more commons than you are rare golds. So just thinking about that and being clever about it, once you've worked through all your rare golds, go check that you've got any, how many bronze commons you've got, and then I would say smash them all into these common triple gold upgrade packs. That's going to get you obviously 3 gold commons, and then once you've got the 3 gold commons, you can open them up, keep doing it. If you get any dupes, I would start building 2 rare gold packs. That will get you some more rares into the club, which obviously if you get 2 rare golds, that's going to be your initial starter for the 75 times 5. That will kind of allow you to keep grinding that pack while getting the commons as well. So everything stems from bronze packs, smashing through a load of these, making sure that you're selling a lot of the content on from League SBCs, special cards, and then anything that's kind of not selling, you can kind of put through other things. So I think I'm going to keep from moving forward a lot of the rares, because I do lack with the rares, and I'm still making coins back on terms of like this Sudamericana card here at 500 coins, and then sending the other 2 comments into the club there, and then discarding for 138 coins. I know that when I'm doing this, because I'm integrating League SBCs with a lot of the bronze packs and the silver upgrades, I'm actually going to allow myself to make coins back from packing special cards. And also when you're obviously you're putting your fodder into some of the big, the icons or the FUTTIES cards and stuff. Normally there's a couple of squads in there. So when you're doing this, you might go, right, I've got enough fodder now to do this 87 rated squad. You put all your content in here. You then get this rare mixed players pack. Again, that's going to give you golds, silvers, etc. But you also might pack a special card, which may have a 20, 30 plus K value that you can then get back from the initial money you invested into your bronze packs. So the overall grind is actually very, very good right now, and I do recommend it. If you have any questions, obviously let me know in the comments. But every sort of thing I've grinded towards in this game has always been through League SBCs, from doing bronze upgrades, bronze packs, silver upgrades, gold upgrades, all that sort of stuff. And it just allows you to have a constant cycle, and they've just made it a lot easier now, rather than working towards a certain card. So for example, this player Mbappe that I worked towards at the time when it was out, I kind of had it took me a fairly long time to get towards it, because I had to invest some coins into it, which is now something you don't actually have to do. The only coins you invest is into bronze packs. Everything else you can just slowly grind to, and you'll get a load of fodder. And within a day or two of just doing this, you'll see your fodder rise dramatically, which is going to allow you to sort of grind some of these players, like when they come out. So, for example, this Diaz, when it came out, you would have the fodder ready as soon as he came out to get him into your squad. So, yeah, really, really, really impressed with what EA have done here. And also just to touch on a couple of things as well, where you can get gold cards and silver cards, etc. from. There's obviously things like the FUTTIES Brazil Cup. There's also the other ones like the Silver Select. There's also the Gold Select one as well, which all of these things you can work towards and start getting packs from, which is going to give you fodder to complete stuff as well. So yeah, really, really impressed, guys, with what EA have released. Hopefully this is a good guide for you to use over the next couple of weeks. Let's just check, actually, before we finish, what is the expiry date on these. So I would imagine these two, the 82 player pick and the 75 times 5, will just get kind of put back in once these expire. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Not sure about the triple, whether that will come back. But in terms of the 71 to 74, it's out for another 13 days. So even if EA just leave this one in, I still think it's good, because you should still be grinding it. It's going to put in a loads of silver rares into your club to help you with the League SBCs when you're doing them. Because I'd imagine on Thursday this week, or before that, EA will start putting some of the Premier Leagues and the other leagues back in. And I would say also as well, if you are getting any Prem bronzes or silvers, keep them, because when you come back, obviously you can get them 50k packs really easy from all the common packs that you've been doing. all the League SBC stuff, and then having the silvers and bronzes is just helpful because they're normally the things that people need to buy when they do them. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I really enjoyed explaining that, so hopefully you can drop a like to kind of send your gratitude in terms of how to do the grind. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe as well, and I'll see you next time. Peace.